I just picked cucumbers yesterday. We had a nice little thunderstorm come through last night. A little thunder and lightning, a little bit of rain, everything pops. Gonna have to get back in there and get some more of these picked today. Welcome back to the garden. Today is Friday, July 22nd. I was asked a question. When do you plant your fall garden? We've been planting right along. Now these potatoes have been in for a little while, but they're still just blooming. We're not planning to harvest these till fall. Now the rule of thumb for a fall garden is you take your average first frost date and you start counting backwards. And whatever you like to eat and you want to plant, that's the time you have. Our little square foot garden is just now coming along. Now these squash, which are just now sprouting, we intended for the fall garden. We're not going to put them out in the garden for a couple weeks. And whatever you like to eat, that's what you want to plan for planting for your fall and or your winter gardens. You can do this too. It's pretty simple. Always want to save your string. It seems almost strange to be talking about fall garden when it's so hot out here most days you can't hardly breathe. But it's a numbers game. And it will cool off, and it's gonna freeze no matter how hard you're sweating right now. So if you do a little pre-planting, you can be pretty successful. I've already started thinking about the winter garden. Where we're gonna put the coal frames, whether we're gonna put the lean-tos. That storm that came through last night kind of knocked over a few things. These peppers are doing really well. Got lots of little green ones on. Now if you want to plant peppers, you still have time if you have a nice healthy plant. You've got some nice little buds on them. He's not the biggest pepper I've ever grown, but I bet it makes a pepper before fall. You can go ahead and put it in a bucket or you can put it in the ground. But you can't plant by seed. Same thing with tomatoes. Now depending on where you live, it might be a little too late to start tomatoes. Depending on when your first frost date is. Don't tell my wife. But it's getting pretty late for both of them. But Jim, what is this? This thing was loaded with flowers. Now it's loaded with peppers. I see them all through here. I'll bet those are hot. So I guess this pepper didn't mind having a bean as a companion. The other day we weren't ready to harvest our carrot seeds, but right now we're ready to harvest and we're going to go ahead and start planting these for the fall and into the winter. I got a couple more tomatoes that are going to blush. I really mean it when I say you can do this too. With just a little pre-planting, you can be eating fresh vegetables all year round. Wintertime, you're going to want more of your root crops, your carrots, your beets, your kales do really well after the frost. A lot of lettuces do really well in the cold frame. That'll keep the greens going. Your cabbages, your broccolis, all of your brassicas do really well in the winter in the cold frame. And in the fall, you want those seeds going right now. That way they got a chance to get kind of a good size. I still have 80 days. We're gonna plant some more before this is over. Let me know how you're doing in your garden. I wanna thank you for stopping by and taking a look at what we have to do for the fall garden. And until next time, take care of yourself, take care of your family, and God bless you. Come on, let's plant. Let's go plant garden.